Perfect. Join me in the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 2, roll call.
All right, Jeremy Appel, Dave Berg,
Here.
Stacy Bergman. Here. Rick Katzmark, gone. Kevin Rector.
Here.
Gus Kecker, gone. Frank Benning. Mike Dorsey.
Present. You guys had a chance to look at the agenda, and if so, I need a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. Everybody in favor? Aye. Opposed? Reading of our minutes from 5:14. Someone wants to make a motion when you're ready.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
Is there a second?
I wasn't there, so I don't know. If they're right or wrong. So.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Recognition of audience. Anybody have anything to say before we get moving into your personal items? Alright, that's pretty good. Item 6, minor subdivision requests for the parcel listed, section 21, to put it into 2 lots, one's consisting of 3.19 acres and the other is remaining at 32.06. So we'll open the public hearing for that. Anybody here have anything to say about that?
Yeah, we're just looking to split a parcel, build a house on for primary residence.
Okay. Any questions?
A lot, but we'll leave it go, so.
Alright. Anybody else have anything to say that you'd like to comment on for that item? Alright, if not, we'll close the public hearing. Does anybody have any comments between us? If not, I need a recommendation to the town board.
I'll make a motion to approve the division of parcel as listed on the land section into 2 lots. 3.1 acres and 3.19 acres and 32.06 acres.
Is there a second to that?
Second.
Any more discussion? Alright, do we gotta do a roll call at all?
Yeah.
Alright,
All right, Dave,
Yes.
Stacy. Yes. Kevin.
Yep.
Mike.
alright. Alright, we'll see you next week. Item 7, a special exception for Josh Clacker. He's requesting a special exception for a structure with 8 12 by 14 storage units at 1978 US Highway 8, identified as parcel listed. It is located in the commercial district. We have a little map here. So it's right on the corner of Highway 8 and Y. And the structure's gonna be behind the existing building here. That's my understanding. Alright, so we'll open the public hearing for that. Anybody wanna tell us about it at all, or?
Yeah, I can, it's gonna basically be like a heated storage facility, a little larger size. 8 units, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay, do you own this whole lot?
Yes.
Okay. And I saw in here that you're talking about having a fence gate with keypad on it?
No, at this time, no fence gate, no.
Did I see that in the packet?
It's probably one of the conditions that were previously applied to other storage facilities, so it's something you guys, we've applied, but you can take it off. The conditions are just suggested.
Okay, yeah,
So
it
these
is.
are 20 by 48 units, 15-foot floor ceilings, 12 by 14-foot overhead doors, and a service door.
Yeah, I think you said when you were reading that it was 12 by 14.
Yeah, because I thought that was the size on the
No, the
map
doors,
I
just the
got.
doors.
That was just the door, so
just-
what are the actual sizes?
20 by 48.
20 by 48,
Yep.
okay. Well, I didn't catch that math, did I?
You got the other one, you're fine. You got the important one.
Okay, that's all that's on this one.
And basically, mini storage, it requires a special exception. This is actually per the zoning ordinance, the special exception is required for any use similar in character to a permitted or special exception use. So it's storage units, it's just they're larger than the mini storage, so that falls under this category in the zoning ordinance.
Okay, I was just trying to find where I saw that,
It's on the memo that I
I
did.
was reading, it's on like page 8 or 10 or something. Eight.
Yeah, so, why, I can go over what we previously apply, should I do that now with them, just to?
Or might as well let it out.
So, one of the conditions that have always been applied with this is no outside storage. Then the fence around the building with the keypad entry, you don't have any plans of doing that at this time?
No, I don't really, I guess I didn't see the need as they're gonna be fully secured and there'll be video surveillance also, so.
And yeah, outside storage isn't a big deal.
No, there won't be any outside
Good.
storage, so I don't really have the room for it there, so.
And then in the past, we've done the approval of stormwater plan by Polk County and the Department of Natural Resources. Do you have all that?
I do not, because we're not disturbing more than an acre.
Okay.
So that
And
was the
I
plan you
think-
actually had up, Mike, was the
Yep.
water plan.
And I think the reason, this has been applied in the past is because it's been a lot, it's been bigger buildings, correct? I mean, isn't there
More
more
units.
hard surface when we've done the previous ones? Where this structure is just,
Isn't there a pond or a creek or something that runs right back through here
I think
someplace?
it's on the next property.
It's over this way?
I think it comes right in
Other side
behind
of
there.
Y, I think.
Okay, I thought it came in,
It comes in through that way, I
I
thought,
thought it
and
was
goes
in the back
across
here
the back.
someplace.
There's a small lowland exactly behind.
Like right
mine.
down in this space here?
I don't think.
And that's, yeah, they're
And
gonna
that's
do a small retention area there.
Yeah, 'cause that's marked as drainage now, right?
And wait, basically, other than the arrows going down behind the building,
Yep,
basically, that's where all the water goes now, is out
Okay.
out to the ditch and Y.
okay.
So the only thing we're changing is the water going to the west. We're gonna get that to come south around into that little retention pond.
So that you guys can discuss, and then the other one, the probationary period. And then that the special exception shall terminate upon the sale or transfer of ownership of either the parcel of land or the business itself, which is always added to all of them, and the business must obtain and maintain all proper permits.
Alright, and then, color wise, you have a color sheet.
Red, white, and burgundy.
Bright white and burgundy,
Yep. So bright white's the top one,
you know,
and then your burgundy is right down, right
Center.
in the center, right there, yep. I
okay,
actually have a hard copy if you wanted to look at it, but.
so it should blend in pretty well with surrounding area,
Yeah, pretty much match the existing building that's there,
okay.
so.
Any more comments from the public? Alright, so we'll close public hearing. You guys have any more discussion?
The fence portion of it, have we required that in the past?
Just on one. I don't think they have one next door, do they?
This one doesn't.
I think it's
Okay.
just the one up
One,
on
yeah.
35, isn't it?
No, 35 and the new one on, by 35 and 8, the
Yeah.
intersection. That one has the,
Yeah.
and then the one on 35 does. This one doesn't.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the other thing is he's got an existing business
Yeah, yeah. I
right
get
in front of
I
it
don't-
too.
I just don't want,
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Are we still in public hearing or?
We
public
close
hearing?
public hearing.
Okay.
Somebody wanna make the motion or not, or think about it for a while if you like?
make a motion to approve as listed.
Is there a second?
To send to the
Second.
board, so.
Okay. Can I clarify?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
With the, no outdoor storage, the condition, no outdoor storage allowed?
The fence is not required.
Gate doesn't apply.
Okay, okay, so skip, so the first one, yes, the fence around, no, approval of stormwater, no,
No,
and then the last three,
yes.
okay. Okay,
Did you guys
All now?
got those three then? So, okay.
Alright, you made a recommendation to
Yes, to the
approve,
board.
Stacy seconded, roll
Yeah.
call please.
all right. So Stacy,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Mike,
Aye.
Dave,
Yes.
Alright, good luck next week, thanks.
What do you mean, good luck next week?
Let's do next meeting.
Just a recommendation.
Yeah, we're just recommend.
They're on the next one too, right?
Oh, okay, so.
Yeah.
For design guidelines, yeah.
Should've read a little bit further here. Commercial design guidelines for the same parcel. We have to open another public hearing for that. And that's probably where the color should have came up in there, right? And, oh well. Anything different that you wanna say about commercial design? I think we covered pretty much everything in the first one.
Yep.
So if not, we'll close the public hearing unless you
okay,
got
yep,
something.
nope, and I did, call because the plan that they presented did not allow for the setback, for the rear setback. So you're gonna adjust that, so they're gonna, so the only condition I would add, since we didn't get an amended site plan, is that the site plan be amended to allow for 50 or 55 feet between the existing structure and the new structure.
Yep, we
Which
had it at
would-
60 and we're gonna move it.
Move it closer to the existing
Yep.
structure there, which will give the 20-foot rear setback.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know you wanted to.
No, I didn't ask you for one, so you're fine. No, we'll just put that in since
Yeah.
the commercial, it usually
Yep.
says site plan as presented, well, this will just have this one
Just
little
clarify.
condition, yeah.
Okay. So this is the 50-foot mark?
Well, yep, so I think it's 60 right now on the site plan, but they're just gonna bump it,
Move it this way?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. No more discussion, we'll close public hearing. Kevin and everybody else, looking for a motion for the commercial design guideline portion.
I make a motion per your change,
Okay,
so.
Alright, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call please.
alrighty, Kevin,
Alright.
Mike,
Aye.
Dave,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
Good luck next week.
When is the meeting next week?
6
6 o'clock next Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yep. I think that was all for
And then
the,
the meeting next week is just for final approval.
it's just, yeah,
Yep.
Your
town board will.
recommendation now is to approve and then.
Yep, we make recommendation to the town board and then they decide next week whether to move forward with it or not. Alright,
Thank you very much.
thank you guys for coming in.
Have a wonderful evening.
You also,
Hopefully you get out of here soon.
you don't wanna sit for the rest of us?
No. I've done I did my part.
Alright.
Many years for that. Take care.
Yep, see you, thanks.
Thanks, Doug.
Grab your tractor.
Kinda thrown off here by this.
Did my memo get, oh yeah.
On language for kennels.
Yeah, I know, I'm just, for whatever reason, it's not, so we're at 32 to 36 in your packet.
I'll go pop.
Alright, Item 9, consider amending language for the special exception on kennels and review the kennel definition. Pages 32 to 36 in your packet. Janet, what do you know?
All right, so it has been brought to attention, basically the kennel, the language for the kennels in our ordinance, the first one is kennel, the definition, any person who owns, harbors, or keeps more than 5 dogs is presumed to be operating a kennel. I mean, do we really want that to be 5 dogs? I mean, I think
I
I
don't think we should
license a
put a-
number of people with
No.
more than 5 personal dogs.
Absolutely there is.
So that was brought to, within looking at this, so I think we might want to amend that, and that's kind of what's being suggested. The other thing is the kennels, when located, kennels are allowed as a special exception, meaning they have to get a special exception to have a kennel, in the transitional district and the agricultural district. This has been in our ordinance since the rewrite in 1994. That's when we created the transitional district, so, anyway, and then kennels, how it's worded in there, are allowed as a special exception when they are located not less than 300 feet from any lot line shared with a premise devoted to residential use. I don't know if that nor closer or closer, I don't think that's nor, I think that's a typo. Closer than 1,000 feet from any residential building other than that of the owner of the kennel and his agent or employee. So this is basically stating that there has to be 1,000 feet between the kennel and neighboring houses.
No residence.
Yep, and we have a kennel that needs to get a special exception, but they can't apply for it because of the way this is written. They, from what I can tell, meet the 300 feet from their property lines, but it's well within 1,000 feet from almost every house around them. So I went on, we're proposing, this has been a business, we're proposing to amend this. And I went out and looked at Polk County zoning. Their definition is just, their kennel means the use of land with related buildings or structures for the breeding, rearing, or boarding of household pets 5 months of age or older. That's their definition. And then they have, they only allow kennels in the as a conditional use, so like our special exception is just they call it conditional use in their Ag 10 district. And their wording is kennels, they actually have 2 separate items, but they allow both kennels and animal shelters as long as they're with at least 300 feet from property lines.
So
They do not have, so that's the same as ours, it's just that's period. They don't have the 1,000 feet to another.
Okay, so the only one that really would need to be amended is 1,000 feet for this particular instance.
Yeah, and I think the
The
definition.
definition needs to be,
Yeah,
So I guess what I was proposing, I didn't think there was anything bad with the counties, those 2. And it would kind of be keeping it in line with ours, because we don't allow it in our residential district. So it's allowed in the transitional and our ag as a special exception. I mean, they'd still have to come apply, but they have to do that at the county too, under theirs.
got it. Guys have any discussion?
No, are we supposed to have public talk or not?
What's that?
I didn't know.
No,
No, that we're,
this is just whether we wanna amend the ordinance or not.
and whatever you guys decide, we thought we'd bring it to the board next week for a first reading, have a public hearing next month at the Plan Commission in July, and then at the July Town Board meeting, the second reading and approval, if you choose to go forward with that.
Yep, so if we choose to amend it, it would be July before this language would change officially.
Are we scrapping the whole 5 number to a different number, or scrapping the whole idea of any number in the definition?
Well, what I was just proposing, the kennel definition from the county, the one below, and,
So match.
Yeah, and it did.
oh, I mean, we don't have to, I'm just,
No,
that
I'm
was
just asking.
what
But
I
when you
was.
read that part, they don't specify any amount, do they?
Mm-mm,
Okay,
no,
Just age.
okay. Wonder why they put that age in there.
It's just, because you could have a litter of puppies. it's-
Yeah. Would they state in there they have to be at least 5 months old?
pets 5 months of age or older, well, yeah, boarding. Oh, is that part of the boarding of household pets,
Boarding
5
of
months of age or older? But yeah, I don't know why does that matter, if it's 3 months or,
I think because a lot of people have puppy, like a litter of puppies and sell them, and they didn't want to catch those. They wanted to keep those out of the definition of kennel. Lots of people do
So
that.
they are talking about boarding.
I was thinking
Oh.
the same thing, there are people all over that have
have,
puppies.
that have
And
raised puppies.
This would, the way this is written, and the way yours is written right now, would exclude those people from this definition.
Okay,
They don't want to catch every person that's got 2 dogs and breeds them and then sells them on the internet or whatever.
okay,
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at possibly getting rid of the amount of dog or pets, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just eliminate that language. And then changing the other setback of 1,000 feet. Basically following the,
Just 300 feet from all property lines.
yes.
Yeah, just matching the counties. Do we need to motion this or recommend it?
no, we're just recommending, so that's, this will go, if that's your I mean,
Yeah.
If somebody recommends
I
that,
suppose, yeah, I do a
Well-
motion, that way it's more official.
yeah, and then we'll do a roll call and then,
We don't have to, well, it's up, yeah, we can,
and then
Yep.
that's good.
yep. So that at least the plan commission knows it came from you guys, that you
Yes.
vetted it.
The board knows that it came from the plan.
Oh, yeah, thank you, yes, town board.
So would a recommendation to adopt the county verbiage be a legitimate recommendation?
Mhm.
I second
All right. We're just doing, everybody in favor?
that. Aye.
Aye. All right, I think that was unanimous. Anybody opposed? All right, so we'll go to the town board for the first reading
Next week.
next week. And then,
Just to kinda, cause then I have to petition the county to approve, sign off on it, before they can apply for their special
Yeah,
exception.
it probably wouldn't be August until they could apply.
Yeah, I'm
You'll have to
thinking
go through the
August.
August meeting of the county board.
Oh, so probably, so the special exception, if, I don't know if you heard him, we're probably looking maybe August or September you can apply for it.
all right, yeah.
So,
Slow moving, right? So,
well, we're pushing it
What do you do?
next week,
Okay.
yeah. Well, like I said, we're kinda,
Anybody have any public comment?
Days Jeremy's quiet.
All right. If not, anybody have any other business?
nope, and we'll be here next week, I think it's the
Um, So you said we for sure have next plan, planning
Yeah,
commission.
yep.
Thanks for coming in, you guys.
Yep, thank you.
Planning commission is for sure next month, which will
Is it the
be
9th?
July 9th, I think.
July 9th. Do we have to review, no, that's the board that, so I checked with, Stacy and Dave, and they both said that they would re-up,
Okay, good deal.
so thank you guys for doing that. So that'll go on, that'll be on next week's
Yeah.
agenda, right?
Yep.
Alright, Adam, you got anything?
I don't know, maybe you should stick that county zoning thing on either this agenda, the plan commission, or the town board agenda.
I can do either,
They might wanna just have just an update on what's going on,
Okay,
because they wrote a letter about it, so.
okay,
And it doesn't matter if it's here or at the town board, either way. But do you have a?
probably both.
What are we
I think everybody would like to hear,
Okay.
and it'll be kind of
It'd be helpful, I think, for
plan
our
commission.
group to know
Yeah.
what's happening.
The county had started doing some shoreline zoning amendments, and we wrote a letter opposing a few
Yeah.
of them. And then they decided to send their proposed amendments off to the DNR, who has to approve any shoreline zoning changes by a county. And the DNR sent back 4 pages of, you guys are doing this all wrong, essentially, so.
I do wanna read that now.
So what happens?
I don't know, I mean, I don't know, I don't know what that committee's gonna do. I think they just got back last week, right?
Are you in that committee? Okay.
But it may be, I mean, it might make sense for us to, for the board to, you know, at least give its 2 cents that we've told them over and over again, stop doing general zoning through your shoreline ordinance. It infringes on the towns that have their own zoning. And that's one of the things the DNR essentially said was, you guys are doing a bunch of stuff through your shoreline ordinance that's really not permitted.
Okay.
So we may want to reiterate
I was gonna
that
say,
it would be
can we
best to
send
stop.
another letter to them?
We sure can.
Ready to go?
That's up to, I mean, if, put it on, then we can talk about it
Yep.
and the board can decide what they'd like to do, if anything.
Yep, okay. And
Alright.
since we got it, well, we're missing half, so maybe we'll update them next month to
And I will,
Plan Commission.
I'll send that to you tomorrow.
Okay.
So we wanna make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Okay.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
So I think there's people that are, is that on?
No, it is
Not
not.
off till they're.
Hang on. I gotta find my, where I am in the world here.